Hello everyone and welcome to Casting with s0na. Today I'll be casting alongside Greyg00se, one of my good friends. He's a colour caster. We're watching a Silver Elo game today. A couple of my friends are in it, so hopefully it'll be good fun to watch. And let's get straight into it, guys. Okay, so we're into champion select here, guys. We have the blue team versus the purple team. On the blue team we have Chaos91 playing Sivir, Eggbody is playing Cho'Gath, Greyg00se is on s0na, Swag is on Quinn, and Cosmic Boy Hugh is on Zed. On the purple team, we have Capricorn Zed on Urgot, Surik is on Vladimir, Escolio is on Lee Sin, Scorpion C is on Nidalee, and Zui? I'm going to say Zui is on Fiddlesticks. A couple of really interesting team comps coming out here. Greyg00se, any of those champions catch your attention?
I mean, Sivir after the rework now being played a lot more. And I'm really interested in that bot lane with Fiddlesticks being quite powerful against the s0na. He's easily able to silence her and she can't get her follow-up CC in there. However, he of course is also pretty squishy, so if s0na does manage to get on top of him and Sivir can spell shield the fear out of Fiddlesticks, Sivir and s0na may have the upper hand here, but I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. Also, it sounded like the purple team was, the blue team was very heavy on AD. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out for them.
The blue team is very heavy on AD. I mean, they do have Cho'Gath. It looks like Cho's probably going to be going in the mid lane or top lane. He has got that ignite, so probably quite a heavy OP Cho'Gath there. And Quinn in the jungle is going to be really, really interesting. I've never seen a Quinn in the jungle. The Harrier passive, giving her those extra couple of auto attacks, might help her out, but I don't think her clear speed is going to be quite up to scratch. I'm really interested in this Fiddlesticks Urgot bot lane for the purple team. I think that's going to be really interesting to see. You don't see a lot of Urgot. He's got that hyperkinetic position reverser, which is a skill that is so difficult to use properly. His ultimate switches you around with someone, gives you an extra 100 armor and 100 magic resist, but it can get you really out of position some of the time. So we're interested to see how Capricorn Zed decides to use that ultimate in this lane.
And I really like this Sivir pickup against that matchup. Sivir, of course, with the spell shield, able to not only get rid of the fear, but also able to negate the the poison skill out of Urgot that makes him lock onto you. So she can possibly, if she times it right, avoid a lot of the damage that is there for this spot lane. I'm finally loading as well. So
yeah, we are into the loading screen now.
See the champions.
I think you've done really well considering that you haven't actually been able to see any of the champions throughout the entire thing. So I'm just going to adjust your volume. I think you're a little bit quiet on my end, so let's pump you up a little bit.
It's kind of weird talking about things you have. There we go.
Yeah, there we are. A lot louder for me now.
I'm louder? Am I loud?
You're good. You're good.
Enough? Do I have to turn myself up?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I believe. You're good.
You believe? Cool.
I believe. So yeah, looking at these two team comps, they are odd. They're not sort of conventional meta that we see these days, but with pre-season coming in soon, we see a lot of people moving away from the conventional meta and trying to do some sort of odd things. Yes, we still have what looks like is going to be a top laner, a mid laner, a jungler, and a double bot lane with the support and the marksman or AD carry. Markswoman, sorry, in Sivir's case, my apologies. But with Fiddlestick support, with Quinn in the jungle, we're going to see some interesting things happen in this game.
One other thing that I want to touch on now is Vladimir versus Zed. Vladimir, a friend of mine, always picks him when there's a Zed on the enemy team because it is such a powerful champion. Against this all-in from Zed, he does have his blood pool to get away from a lot of the damage. He can, if Zed death marks onto him, he can just go into his blood pool, avoid all the other damage, and the death mark, when it pops, is not going to be doing as much damage as it could have. And I'm really interested to see. I'd expect the purple team to match up their lanes so that Vladimir is the one going up against Zed and Nidalee is the one going up against Cho'Gath. However, they may prove me wrong here. They may just be confident that Nidalee can survive the Zed burst, can outlane him with her poke, and actually go for Vladimir versus Cho'Gath. But I'd be surprised because, in my opinion, Vladimir is a very, very powerful pick versus this Zed.
Yeah, and we are into game now. We see a couple of items being brought up here. Hunter's Machete on Lee Sin, something you'd expect, really. It's going to be interesting to see how Vladimir does in that top lane, and whether they decide to put him versus Cho'Gath, or whether they decide to go a Zed versus Vladimir top lane. You said that, yeah, Vladimir can be really strong against that Zed, just because of the death mark and the ability to use Sanguine Pool as well. Do you think there's going to be any early action here?
I'd be pretty surprised. That's level 1, not very strong. However, both teams do have quite a chunk of CC. The Rupture out of Cho'Gath combined with the Blind out of Quinn and the Stun from Leona, or the Zenith Blade. And on the enemy team, of course, we have Nidalee Spears already flying out with Sonic Wave out of Lee Sin, and we have the Fear out of Fiddlesticks. But I would be surprised if they actually go for a full-on 5v5 brawl, and we see the blue team mainly guarding around their blue buff. Zed's still in the base though, so he's not there for any possible engagement, as Nidalee puts a ward over, sees the enemy blue buff now, and I think that the rest of the red team is just going to sit back there, guard their blue buff, and have Lee Sin get off to a safe start.
Yeah, lots of pings coming out here from the blue team. I think they're just trying to get Zed's attention because he hasn't quite joined the game yet, but hopefully he'll be into game pretty quickly. I do know a few of the guys in this game, and they are known to spam pings early game just because it's a bit of fun. So that's probably what they're doing at the moment. Looks like Quinn is going to start off at his red buff, Lee Sin starting at her red buff, sorry. Lee Sin starting off at his blue buff. Usually you take red on Lee Sin, but blue buff is equally nice. Like, it means that the opponent can't come in and counter jungle it away from you. Also gives you that chance to go across to towards the opponent's red and maybe catch them out if they decide to start on that blue buff. So can help you with those early ganks, but in this case he's not going to get anything special out of it.
I think it's mainly because he wants to meet up in that top lane for the possible early 2v2. I think he did not want the mismatch when there's a heavy burst lane like Zed Quinn up in that top lane against the poor Vladimir. And even though he does have Sanguine Pool to try to get away, it could still be very, very dangerous for him if he got caught out by that gank early on. So I'd expect Lee Sin to move up there as well. He is a little bit slower than Quinn though, who goes straight for a blue buff, so he may be too late actually, despite trying to get there.
Yeah, that was really odd. Usually you'll see people these days, because you get such a large pull on your first buff, whether it be blue or it be red, you can go straight across towards your second one and take it with your smite, because you've still got that available. However, Lee Sin decided to go and do the wolves over by his side, meaning he's a lot slower coming into top lane. He's actually gone and done wraiths as well. This ward here catching Quinn out a little bit, Nidalee trying to steal it away with a spear, but Quinn managed to pull out blue buff and smited it away. So no blue buff for Nidalee in the early game.
Yeah, Nidalee decided to actually start with a Fairy Charm, mana and health potions, and that ward, so this is going to put her a little bit behind. Cho'Gath possibly grabbing an upper hand here with more sustain than Nidalee in the early game with a Crystalline Flask. However, for now, they're very, very even. No real CS leads except... Actually, what am I saying here? Zed actually very far ahead in the top lane. It's 14-4, and it's 10-17 in the bot lane, so Urgot Fiddlesticks so far doing pretty well for themselves. The Crows out of Fiddlesticks very powerful here in the early game. Dark Wind was the name of that. We do see
Escolio coming into the top lane. There's the Sonic Wave hitting onto the Zed, and he's going to get taken quite low, but Ignite goes down onto Lee Sin, almost killing him there. He's going to go down to about 100 health, not going to die to that one though. Cosmic Boy Hugh burning his Ignite there, but not burning Flash, and as you said, he's really winning out this top lane at the moment. Quinn actually going in bottom lane, taking a couple of tower shots, almost got down there, down to about 90 health or so, but he was able to escape as well. Urgot did have to burn both his Flash and his barrier in that fight though, so he's not going to have those up if Quinn decides to come in and gank again.
That's beautifully done. Leona landing a perfect Zenith Blade, then the Boomerang Blade from Sivir across the top of that, and then Quinn came in on the backside of that as well. Luckily, Urgot was able to flash out and then get his barrier out barely before the auto attack out of Quinn hit him. So he managed to survive that flash burn from Quinn, exhaust burned on Leona, but Sivir still has flash and barrier up. Cho'Gath doing a little bit of damage in the mid lane, trying to force Nidalee back here, but not gonna work that well. He is gonna develop a little bit of a CS lead for himself as well though, as Zed goes in the top lane once more, trying to harass as much as possible.
It looks like there's going to be a 2v2 in the mid lane. Here comes Quinn. Actually stepped in one of the little Nidalee snap traps there. Gonna have to back away because the vision is on him. But here comes a Scolio from the side. Gonna jump onto Eggbody. Eggbody uses that silence really well. And they're just all gonna back away because they know Pelipper is in the area. And you don't want to fight. You don't want to engage a 2v2 fight. If you get there first, maybe you can get a kill before someone comes in. But the counter gank is always better than the initial gank.
Then once more, landing his razor.
Nicely
He's
done.
gonna go down there, flash in, and pick up that kill. I don't know why Vladimir stayed around. He was so very low. And then Zed beautifully picking up that kill for himself with his flash. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, did really well to get in there, flash, and get the kill. I think Vladimir probably stayed around because he thought, oh, Zed doesn't have Deathmark. Actually engaged in the bottom lane by b0k00se. Going to go on to Zuki there on the Fiddlesticks. Chaos91 is coming in from the side as well. Look at that damage onto Urgot, but he's going to counter it. Flash in there by Fiddlesticks. He fears the spell shield, and Chaos91 is going to be able to survive. Exhaust has gone down on him now. b0k00se is going to come in from the side. There's the drain from Fiddlesticks, but he gets stunned up, and he's going to go down. Nicely done. b0k00se91 couldn't engage. Just flash in there by Chaos91. Going to get some damage out, and he manages to get the double kill. Beautifully done there by K-Nos91 and b0k00se92.
And that's exactly what I wanted to mention earlier with that spell shield. If she manages to get the spell shield down at the right time, she can just gain a huge advantage for herself, and she managed to spell shield that fear out of Fiddlesticks. He even flashed forward to get that in there, and then it was all for naught as he was just killed off trying to drain. s0na had her skills back up, had all her CC, the Shield Up Daybreak and the Zenith Blade, and they just took a double kill for themselves here. That's really scary on Sivir. She was able to pick up a BF sword. She's gonna do a lot more damage with those boomerang blades now. She's been doing pretty well landing those in the first place, and this is just gonna make her that much scarier.
Yeah, Sivir. Oops, sorry.
Of course, making me eat my words in the champion select is falling farther and farther behind.
Sivir actually has one of the highest win percentages in the league at the moment. Scolio coming here into the mid lane, going to try and get some damage down onto Eggbody, but there's a nice rupture, it's going to knock him up. Here comes Pelipper. Here comes the counter gank. Look at that Scorpion C flat going the wrong way there with the parents of Scolio getting taken nicely low. Eggbody managed to pick up that kill with the feast. He flashed in for it, but Scorpion C just jumping in the wrong direction with that pounce right there and getting taken out.
That was really unfortunate. I think it was the vault from Quinn that put him off of it as the bot lane.
Yeah, bot lane, b0k00se92 coming in with the Zenith Blade onto Capricorn. He's overextended a lot here, and Chaos91 picks up another kill. Nicely done. Didn't even need to use that on the hunt ultimate to get there, used the ricochet and got enough damage down onto the Urgot to secure another kill in that lane. 3-0 now, Goose. Goosey boy.
That's really terrifying. I mean, Urgot is still a little bit ahead in CS, but this Sivir is doing her best to snowball this lane in her favor after picking up that early advantage with a double kill. And as far as Vladimir is pushed back right now, Zed could go in as soon as the Sandrian pool is used by Vladimir without actually getting away afterwards. As the on the
as another kill's going to come in bot lane, nicely done. The ricochet getting a lot of damage down there. Capricorn is coming into lane, but he's not going to be able to do anything against this. Yes, K-Nos91 and b0k00se are a bit low on mana, but if b0k00se engages here, they could probably get a kill. Lee Sin's coming from the side. They're going to go in there. There's the Shield of Daybreak. Capricorn getting taken nicely low. The spear actually missing, as does the Sonic Wave. I mean, Capricorn's going to go down here. One more monster attack in Chaos. Are they going to be able to escape? b0k00se's taking out the tower. s0na Flare comes down. b0k00se's going to go down, and Lee Sin getting taken out. Scorpion C is chasing on this. Has put that ignite down. There's the pounce. The swipe should be enough damage, but they haven't got vision. Nicely done there by Scorpion C to take out the kill. Here comes Pelipper Swag. Has put that tag team down, but isn't going to be able to get onto Scorpion C under that tower. Not quite able to secure that kill, but it's a 3-for-2 exchange in the end of the day.
That was incredible. And once more, all the kills went onto Sivir. She's incredibly fed now, 6-1-0. She was able to pick up the Urgot on the back foot there, despite Nidalee and Lee Sin being so very close. It was a little bit of miscommunication on the red team there. Lee Sin had almost backed off already, thinking that they were going to come closer to him. Instead, Sivir and s0na turned around, turned on the aggression onto Urgot, and then they almost got out as well. A beautiful solo flare to prevent Lee Sin and Nidalee from chasing for a little while, and that was really what enabled Sivir to still pick up Lee Sin on the back of that as well. And if we take a look at the scoreboard now, it is 14,100 to 10,400, so considerable 3,500 gold lead already developing for the blue team, 8-2, with no objectives actually taken yet. Dragon hasn't been touched yet. There have no towers have gone down so far, and the CS numbers are just snowballing in the favor of the blue team as well. 80 to 23 in the top lane. Once Zed goes back and picks up that Blade of the Ruin King, he's going to be scary and scary in the top lane, as s0na is now here to prevent this.
Yeah, s0na's come in. s0na actually using the ghost to try and get in on that. There's the death mark, and s0na's going to go down. Nicely done there by Cosmic Boy. He has still got that jump. Oh, he jumps away. Pelipper coming in as well. Look at that. That just shows, with the recent patch notes, how much stronger Zed's ultimate is, because there's no range on it anymore. You can jump as far away as you want. Really baited out s0na, and there's an engage here in the bot lane by b0x0se. Going to go onto Capricorn. There's the on the hunt. They're not going to be able to chase this down, but look at the damage onto Capricorn. Almost half his health there with one boomerang blade. Absolutely huge amounts of damage.
Yeah, that's the damage of a Bloodthirster at these early stages of the game. I mean, we're not even 11 minutes into the game, and she already has that Bloodthirster plus a Blade of the Ruin King in the bot lane. That's going to be the first tower of the game in favor of the blue team there in the bot lane. This top tower already very, very low as well. It's only got 460 health remaining, and Quinn and Zed gonna take that down here and then possibly turn the aggression onto s0na once that is down. Vladimir, however, is already back up in that top lane as well, so we're gonna see if anything major happens here. Looks like they're just gonna back off. Cho'Gath with n0ne roaming down to the bot lane twice has been able to pick up a little bit of a CS advantage for himself as well. Interesting is that Leona's actually rushing the Aegis. She's not going for the Sightstone yet, at least not right away. She doesn't pick up any GP10 items. She's just going for the huge team tankiness.
Looks like Leona's trying to set up. Nah, it's okay. Looks like Leona's trying to set up across the side here. There is a bit of vision on her there. Chaos 9-1 just snapping one of those chaps. He's going to have vision on them. b0x0se taking quite a bit of damage there from the n0ne spear. She's still quite strong because she is 1-1 and 0. Like, she's not as behind as she seems to be. A little behind in the CS. Looks like she's going to come across towards this bottom lane. They're not going to be able to engage here. So b0x0se and Chaos just have to back off a little bit. Otherwise, they might get caught out by s0na, n0ne, Fiddlesticks, and Urgot.
Of course, it was also very, very nice for n0ne that she got the 500 gold shutdown, and now with 4 people in the bot lane, no, 3 people. No, it was 4.
It was 4. It was 4.
A little bit dangerous for the blue team, but Leona and Sivir recognizing the threat, just gonna back off, and Cho'Gath was left alone in the mid lane to push that, and now Zed has moved down here. We may see a dragon fight fairly soon with the advantage that the blue team has now. Map vision definitely in their favor with 2 towers already down.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot more vision at the moment. You look at the pink wards on Dragon, you look at the warding of the opposing team's blue buff as well. Oh, well, no, I've got that pink ward wrong. So that's the red team pink ward right there. Giving them a bit of vision, yes, but Dragon can quite easily be taken here for the blue team at any point they want, because Zed's able to roam down into this bottom lane, placing a couple of wards out. He's going to try and come round onto s0na here. Might actually get caught out, because Scorpion's coming in from the side as well. Is he going to engage on this? I can see there's the spear coming out, but only doing about a quarter of his health. Not as much as they would have wanted right there.
Leona did not pick up a pink ward though. She got the Sightstone, but that doesn't enable her to clear out the enemy pink ward on Dragon, and that really gives the saving grace over to the red team, that they can keep the vision on the Dragon and see if anything were to happen there. I think if Leona had been able to pick up a pink ward, the blue team would have fought there, and now Zed is forced to go back up to the top lane. Vladimir was left alone to freeform for quite a while, has been able to catch up a little tiny bit, but Zed now with the Blade of the Ruin King finished. We'll see how heavily he can damage Vladimir now.
Pelipper getting caught out a little bit. There's the Tempest Cripple actually using Titan to try and get away flashes as well. Zenith Blade onto s0na, and he's going to go down. Oh, Safeguard with the flash as well. Is he going to be enough damage? Yes, there comes the activation of Panicking. Zeus jumped into the spell shield up there from Chaos. Managed to get a double kill onto Pelipper. Flash across there. Capricorn's going solo. Has to pop the barrier. Only one edge of the Boomerang Blade hitting there though. And n0ne's going to get caught out while all this is happening. Everybody just forcing her to back away to her tower. They managed to steal away this blue buff. Another ward has gone down in that bush. But as you said, pink wards all over the place here for the red team. They're able to get quite a lot of map vision. If we rotate across towards the top lane, however, pushing onto this second tier turret, Deathmark has been used there by Cosmic Boy, as has the Ignite. s0na on about half health, going to be able to sustain himself up a little bit, but look at the damage coming out there from Zed. He's got in. There's the Blade of the Ruin King. There's the Sanguine Pool, but he should be able to secure this kill. Nicely done there with the Shurikens, managing to pick up the tower in the bottom lane at the same time. n0ne's going to come round from the back here, chucking out a spear, but no damage to Cho'Gath. He is a monster right now.
He already has Catalyst the Protector and that Null Magic Mantle. Of course, a nice little bit of magic resist against the Nidalee, and already a lot of health and mana. But really, though, Zed came back up to the top lane, traded 3 of 4 times, took out huge amounts of Vladimir's health, and then at some point he said, okay, you're low enough, I'm going in. Used his Blade of the Ruined King active perfectly, picked up that kill for himself, and this enables the blue team now to go for the dragon after forcing so many members of the red team back, picking up a couple of kills for themselves and letting that pink ward expire. So that's an uncontested free dragon for the blue team, and they are now 9,200 gold ahead. That's really considerable at 15 minutes of the game, as Zed may get caught out here.
Yeah, Tempest and Clipper coming down. Nice safeguard there by s0na. He's trying to get around so he can use that Dragon's Blade kick, but not quite able to get the angle. Sonic Wave Resonating Strike combination coming out again, but Zed can just jump across this wall. Nice Dragon Rage, but all that happens is Zed jumps into that Baron pit. Going to be able to escape. Lee Sin actually engaging on Baron. Going to take a lot of damage from it there. And Quinn is here as well. Leona's coming up. Deathmark onto s0na. Oh, actually just missing the Shuriken there, but he jumps back out of it. The Hemo Plague has gone down as well. There's the Blinding Assault. Brooksy's going to try and engage on this one. Tag team coming out from Pelipper Swag. Nidalee coming in from behind as well. Sort getting caught out, and that red buff is going to mean the death of him. s0na trying to engage around on the side here. Scorpion-C coming in as well. Everybody's going to chase him away, but he's quite low on health. Look at this fight here. Sanguine actually able to get away. s0na goes down. Scorpion-C going to get Cultivate Boy with the Ignite. Is he going to do enough damage? No! He's healed through it with that Blade of the Ruined King. Beautifully done. Vladimir escapes, but they're going to get another tower, and Urgot and Fiddlesticks are nowhere to be seen.
Incredible fight indeed, so back and forth, a little bit sloppy from both teams, but in the end, the blue team coming out with a 2-for-0 trade, and they're able to take not just 1 tower, possibly even 2, possibly able to take down this inhibitor tower, and really, that was the difference in items, and the fact that there were 5 members from the blue team up in the top lane. Fiddlesticks and Urgot were still in the bot lane until just now. They only just recalled, and that cost them the inhibitor tower, but that was just the item difference. Vladimir, only that Hextech Revolver. Zed already had the Blade of the Ruined King. Now, building towards a Bloodthirster, picked up a BF Sword and Advanced Scepter. Quinn had the Spirit of the Elder Lizard done. All Lee Sin had was a Sightstone and a Medred's Razor. Now, Cho'Gath didn't have a completed item yet, but he was very beefy already. He had a lot of HP with his ultimate stacks, and, that Negatron, that Null Magic Man, sorry. Nidalee only had a Tear and Adorn's Ring for that fight, if I can remember correctly. Urgot wasn't even in the fight. Sivir with a Bloodthirster already, and Leona already very, very beefy as well with the Sightstone, that Emblem of Valor. So really, just blue team recognizing their advantage and making it count. They went for the fight, they were confident in their ability to take the enemies out, and they made it happen for themselves, and really got a lot out of it. Their gold lead has now increased to 12,000 gold, and they have an incredible amount of map control with that top inhibitor tower already being down. The red team cannot allow that minion wave to push towards them in the next couple of minutes at all.
We see Zed actually chasing down Sonic here in the top lane. Transfusions come down. There's the Sanguine Pool. Deathmark is up, and he goes in. There's the Ignite as well. This should be enough damage quite easily. There's the pop. Gets the kill onto that Vladimir. He's going to jump all the way back across here with that Deathmark. Fiddlesticks is trying to come in the side. Might be able to catch him out here. Nope, has to back away because here come Cho'Gath and Leona round the back, catching onto the Nidalee. Leona is caught out really badly here, but here comes Chaos. There's the on the hunt. He's going to be able to get s0na down here. Nice solar play onto Capricorn. Fiddlesticks coming in, but the spell shield is on. Nice hyperkinetic position reversal there. Chaos getting another kill, and they're going to be able to get Zui down as well. Double kill there for Sivir. Nidalee's trying to get away, but Pelipper Swag showing off that swag with his wings. Going to be able to get Scorpion-C down here. Actually taking up quite a few tower shots, but there's no way Scorpion-C is going to be able to get out of this one safely unless he manages to get through enough bushes to get away. Brooksy 9-2 is actually chasing on this. Misses the Zenith play, but here comes Quinn. Getting really low at the moment. There's the heal. Is it going to be enough for Scorpion-C? I don't think it is. Eggbody coming in. Misses the Rupture. Here comes the silence though. Feral Scream in your face. It's like there was a woman in the room screaming in my face.
That was really incredibly close though. Nidalee got a little bit greedy there. Wanted to catch out Pelipper Swag with her spear and barely missed it by I don't know, a couple of millimeters. It was really close. Zed in the meantime chunking down that inhibitor. It's about at a third of its HP. Sivir took out a tower in the mid lane. So really, the red team has nothing to do, has no answers for this blue right now. There's an 8-1 for Sivir, a 4-0 to Cho'Gath. That is huge. He has his Rod of Ages, is the Mercury Treads, and haunting guys with even more HP and magic penetration. And there's this now.
Oh, Engage actually coming in here, top lane from Sivir, on the hunt is coming as well. So much damage, there's a Deathmark onto a s0na, but Chaos gets taken out! Deathmark's gonna pop, not gonna be enough damage, and a bit manly there, going in 2v5 pretty much. Not quite able to get enough damage, and s0na is standing around trying to Zenith Blade by himself. That would not be a smart move, Leona. Just back off, get back to the kitchen.
She does not want to, she's a sort of a tomboy, all armored up. Looking for blood here and really all alone. Zed moved over to the mid lane. Leona gonna be able to back away semi-safely here. Nidalee and Lee Sin decide not to chase onto that. Here, landing not quite onto Zed. Very, very close there. But that just shows if Fiddlesticks can get his fear down, which he did manage now, onto Sivir, Sivir will not be able to survive that long because there is damage on the red team. Vladimir finally building towards the Zhonya's Hourglass. He is going to need it for the coming fights. He has a secret guard completed already, but it's time for the red team to get their items. Urgot and Nidalee have to get these items out. Lee Sin building towards the Aegis of the Legion. Once he gets that done, at least his entire team will be a little bit beefier and able to avoid some of the AoE damage out of the blue team. But he doesn't quite have it yet, and before he does, his entire team is still very, very vulnerable.
Yeah, Urgot still doesn't have a completed item. He's got Brutalizer, Vampiric Scepter, Tear. Looks like he's building towards the Black Cleaver with that the red crystal. I've forgotten the name of the red crystal. The red crystal there, the health crystal. Actually, Lee Sin engaging him onto Chaos, and he's going to get caught out. Might go down if Hemoplate comes. There's a spear, just about misses. Solarflare going out in mid lane, missing everyone there. Brooksy trying to engage with the Zenith Blade, isn't going to be able to catch anyone. Eggbody is chasing this as well. s0na kicking him away. Pelipper has used that tag team to try and get into this, and Zed is actually AFK at base at the moment, so isn't going to be able to join in this fight. Eggbody is still chasing Sarek here. Leona engaging by herself onto the Lee Sin. Really manly. Sarek's going to go down, and they've decided all to back away from this. Lots of pings coming back. Tag team still coming out there from Quinn, and is going to use it just to get some minion farm. Nicely done there. Sivir getting a little bit caught out, but they managed to turn it around into their favour.
That just shows once more the blue team has a huge advantage. They got cut out completely. Sivir took a lot of damage. She was at about a fifth of her HP, running for her life. Managed to dodge the crucial sonic wave. Once she managed that, she was able to get into the safety of the rest of her team, and then her team turned around on the enemies. Together with Cho'Gath, they were still able to pick up a kill. So out of a complete catch, it turned into a 1-for-0 exchange, and now Sivir pushing the top lane. Zed defended the huge minion stack in the bottom lane and is now pushing that as well with the rest of the blue team in the mid lane. This is a triple push basically, and this can work because they're so far ahead. Nidalee went for the Void Staff, so she doesn't have that much AP. She's just looking to get more magic penetration, and Urgot, as you said, finally finished that Black Cleaver at least. Engaged there by Brooksy under the tower.
Hyperkinetic position reverser. Gonna get Leona. Nice solo fading a couple of people, but there's not enough damage around. Oh, the rupture hit is s0na. He's gonna go down, gets feasted. Deathmark onto Capricorn. He's down as well. s0na is going in there, and Xeon's going in with the ult as well. There's the spell shield from Sivir. Ignite going down onto s0na. Sonic getting taken quite low. Nice spear there. Kill onto Chaos 9-1. Actually getting taken out by Fiddlesticks there. I think the tower did a lot of the damage there. We see that...
I don't know why he stuck around.
Yeah, Quinn is still not in this fight.
Sivir tanked up 4 or 5 tower hits. That was really greedy. Not paying attention to where he was. Cho'Gath, such a monster. Picks up yet another kill onto Fiddlestick.
Pelipper going in, gonna get a kill on s0na. There's the Sanguine Pool out of Sarek. He's gonna be able to get himself away, and they should be able to get this tower down, although Nidalee and Urgot have actually respawned, so they might be able to stop this one happening. Engaged there onto Sarek. Sarek getting taken quite low. He's touched the Hemoplague, only hitting Pelipper. Scorpion C is going to go in on this. The Harrier mark is on him. Hemoplague pops. Ignite onto Cosmic Boy. He's going to go down. Nice tag team there. Pelipper getting a kill. Capricorn's getting really low. Capricorn is chasing Pelipper, who's really low at the moment. But he's going to go back in on this one. There's the bolt. Is Capricorn going to go down? Oh, so much damage going down. Yes! Manages to pick up the kill with the help of Brooksy there on Leona. Getting another kill for Pelipper.
both of these teams fighting so messily, and it's really just the extended engagement. People respawning, coming back into one and the same fight. The respawn timer's not that long just yet. It's only about, all of them still, but considerably under a minute, as Sivir is going to pick up the second dragon in favor of the blue team, completely by herself and uncontested. Already strong enough to do that, of course, with the Bloodthirst of the Last Whisper and the Zeal already in her pocket. She has a Cloak of Agility as well, so it looks like she's going to be picking up those Phantom Dancers fairly soon for herself. The blue team giving over a couple of advantages back to the red team, getting them a little bit of breathing room by fighting very sloppily, and s0na here very deep, all alone in the enemy jungle. This could turn very, very bad for her. Does manage to just walk away. Red team not even looking for blood there. They could have gone in on that. s0na was all alone with nobody close, and she goes in.
Yeah, going in by herself, they're going to get hit up by Lee Sin, but I think they're just a bit worried that there might be someone in the area. Like, everyone's split up. Sivir's split pushing bot. They're scared for Zed. They're scared for Cho'Gath. They don't want to go in. And I think Greyg00se realizes that and is just being like, yeah, I'll be manly. Like, no one, they don't know that people aren't here. So might as well get a little bit of fear in their hearts.
Now, 4 members of the red team moving down towards Sivir. 2 of them are actually caught in the mid.
Engage onto Capricorn. Urgot using that hyperkinetic position with her. So Zuri's going to get taken really low. The turret goes down. Literally, Lee Sin have come across from the side here. The s0na tag team. Scorpions are getting taken really low. Exhaust has gone down on him. So much damage. Double kill there for Pelipper. Cosmic Boy Hugh getting terrified, getting feared backwards. Esconia going in. There's the Hema play, but a nice rupture on 2 people. So it's going to go down as well. Quinn picking up a triple kill. Legbody picking up 1 there on Cho'Gath. They're going to be able to take this turret. Should be able to take at least 2 inhibitors off this. Maybe even finish up the game.
There's a surrender vote coming in. Beautifully played by the blue team. They recognized their advantages early on and really made them count. Zed able to zone Vladimir very heavily in the top lane, was able to pick up first blood there with the flash under the tower. Sivir and s0na, after that double kill in the bot lane, just kept snowballing their advantage mercilessly. They did not give a second of a break to Urgot and Fiddlesticks. They made it count, whatever they had, and turned every little thing into advantages for them. Beautiful team fighting. Cho'Gath and Quinn, both of them such monsters. 804 Cho, 805 Quinn, and just the entire blue team was so fed. It is a 30-6 score at the end of this, and it was just incredible. Beautifully played there.
Yeah, really well done by the blue team. Commiserations to the red team. They tried hard. Like, they just made a few early mistakes, and Sivir getting those early kills. I think she was 6-1 at one point. Just allowed her to snowball into a late game hyper carry. Also, Zed getting so much more CS than Vladimir in that top lane really meant that there wasn't much that they could do as a team. They didn't have the tankiness to be able to sustain through both Sivir and Zed's damage. Thank you very much for casting with me, Greyg00se. I've been s0na. You have been Greyg00se. Thanks to everyone watching at home. I hope you really enjoyed watching this cast. If you like, you can subscribe down below. I have some more casts on regularly. Also have a session called s0na Says, which is a session just about tutorials, looking through team comps, looking through different builds, and talking about how they work. If you like the post, just like it down below. Hopefully, I'll put some more posts out that you like. And thank you very much for watching.